This is my thoughts on the new issue of Transformers 30, issue 30, and my opinions of the new Prime and of Cybertron and for the Autobots. So here we go, and also I'm going to be spoiling issues 29 and some of the other issues, but mainly 29 and 30. So from the start of issue 29, we get Optimus and Megatron and Decepticons and Autobots fighting each other and trying to end each other once for all, like so that they can rule the universe and stuff. But the Decepticons were losing the battle, and due to Megatron having a malfunction, Optimus Prime saw the opportunity to capture and defeat all these Decepticons in one go because they were retreating. And I was a little skeptical because that ended the story way too fast. But before Optimus didn't even get a chance with his Autobots to pursue the Decepticons, Ilita 1 came and told Optimus to not pursue because it was a waste of time, because he is needed on Cybertron, which I disagree, but we'll get into that later. And so those two, Optimus let the Decepticons go and talked to Ilita that her decision is not the correct one, because he said they're on the verge of victory. And for that, on Megatron, that's a huge blow for the Decepticons. Like, take out Megatron, most of them, besides Soundwave and Shockwave, all of them will fall. Those who are weak will it. So that's how we're going to get into the new Prime, because Ilita challenged Optimus for his authority to become the new Prime by taking the Matrix of leadership, because she doesn't believe he's fit to lead the Autobots. And so she attacks him and trying to force Optimus to release the Matrix leadership by taking by force. And throughout this whole conflict, she's acting like a Decepticon, like Megatron, where she's just blinded by war. Because in issues 7 through 12, they show what Ilita's been through and the state of this Cybertron. And issues 22 and 24, I believe, if I remember correctly, shows a little bit more of the after effect of the Earth and the space bridge and the opportunity to save the Autobots and winning the war on Cybertron. And so it's really cool how they're setting the story up for Ilita's character and making her a new Prime. So this is the new official Prime, and Optimus is Orion Pex. But for the story, they just kept him as Optimus, and he's really small. So this is where the character flaws that a lot of people I saw on Instagram and YouTube are in a disagreement, because she didn't earn the Matrix leadership and it was mainly given to her, which I agree but disagree. Because one, yes, she does not earn the Matrix leadership at all. Two, this is an eye-opening for her to truly see what Optimus is going through, because like Optimus said in issue 30, the Matrix leadership is not taken by force, not through violence, but is chosen. So the Matrix leadership chose Ilita for a reason, and this is going to help her character to build more. And for that, she needs to feel like, personally, to be the new Prime, feel like she's going to lead the Autobots to victory. And I don't think she's going to see this as, oh, this is going to be easy. I'm going to rally the Autobots, and the Autobots going to feel like, oh, we got a new leader, we're going to win, and all that. Because leadership is not an easy role to maintain and achieve. Leadership is always the hard decision to make. And with Optimus, those who read Transformers and watch the shows, you see what decisions Optimus is making. He always put his life above everyone else, even when it comes to the story of Earth. Because he seen the beauty of Earth when he crashed here, when he woke up, and he wanted to protect it from the Decepticons. And there's other Autobots who feel the same way as Optimus, seeing the beauty of Earth. Even though the Earth can give them a rich amount of resource for Energon, because in issue 8, I believe, 8 or 9, that the Autobots build a generator from the dam to create Energon to rebuild their Autobots, which was super smart and it was really cool. But that was something more of like him not getting repaired during that time, because he could have got repaired first and then brought everyone back. He focused on everyone first before him, and that's great leadership, because that's putting yourself first. And Aelita, they didn't show us much of her leadership role on Cybertron because they're balancing the story from both. So for her, it was more of like she's using the Autobots as points of soldiers, of sacrifice of pawns. Because in issue 12 or 15, where Cliffjumper and Aelita were on Cybertron, and with Shredhead, because there's a space bridge that Shockwave made, and she was going to send Cliffjumper back because she got Shredhead, and Shredhead is super strong. But in this moment, Cliffjumper sacrificed Shredhead to go through the space bridge because he knows that Optimus needed the help on Earth because of Megatron. And this is where I really feel like their decision to make her Prime will progress her character a lot, because she was seriously mad at Cliffjumper for throwing Shredhead through the portal and not himself, because she needed Shredhead to turn the tide in the battle. She's not seeing the bigger picture. She's not, I think more personally, like she thinks like a strong Autobot will sway the battle, which is not necessarily true, but we don't know. I don't know, because they don't really build a story in Cybertron a lot as they do on Earth. So I feel like maybe in the next issue or next couple issues they go through, it's going to focus more on her leadership as a Prime in Cybertron, so we can see more of what she goes through, what decisions she's making, what she feeling like. Maybe she make the regrettable decisions, so forth, you know. But that's the whole thing. Is like she has a lot of flaws, and she is like not clear-headed, because she thinks like Cybertron will be safe if she gets rid of the Decepticons. If that's the case, then Optimus would have never left Cybertron. He would never fought Megatron in the first place. He would have just stayed on Cybertron, focused on small points on there to weaken the Decepticon forces. But it didn't work. They're outnumbered, and the opportunity they have, if Aelita just took her forces and go to Earth with Optimus, they could have protected Earth 10 times better. They could have advanced the Earth's technology and made a new defense force to have the opportunity to rebuild the Autobots to 100% and to capture Cybertron, to rebuild Cybertron with their new allies from Earth. So there's a lot of possibilities that Aelita could thought of to help get Cybertron back by protecting Earth, because Earth offers a lot more than anything. So those are my thoughts, because it reminds me of Ahsoka, because when Ahsoka came out in Star Wars, I wasn't really like super hype or super excited of Anakin having a Padawan. I was more intrigued and interest of like how she's going to play her role and how this is going to help Anakin and so forth. And the way that Dave Filoni and George Lucas did for Ahsoka and for her character was phenomenal. So this is how I thought for Alita is they're making her be hateful, dislikable, and a character you just like, why is she being a prime? She doesn't earn it. It is because the Matrix leadership, once again, is going to show her the right path. It's going to show her what Optimus is doing is the correct way, or showing that the decision he made was the hard choice. So we just gotta see and how the authors are going to write this story going forward. Because after the little argument, after she becomes the Prime, commanded the Autobots to return to her to come with Cybertron because she can't spare none of them because she's in a desperate need of Autobots. And the one thing I really didn't like at all is that if they don't go, they're no longer Autobots because Optimus wasn't going to Cybertron. He was going to stay on Earth to stop Megatron. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That's messed up. They're Autobots regardless. They're doing good. They're helping Earth. They're protecting Earth. And you're disowning them because they're not going to help you with your losing cause. It's like bringing more Autobots to Cybertron versus here on Earth. It's a huge difference because Cybertrons have a big number, but if you bring all those Autobots back where they have resources to rebuild each other, they could easily overrun the Cybertrons and win. That's simple. I mean, come on. So this is my thoughts. I really enjoy issue 30 and I really enjoy the direction they're going for Alita and Optimus because I'm going to be more intrigued in how he's going to fulfill his role as a Prime still. Even though he's not a Prime, in heart, he is a great leader for the Autobots. So he is a Prime to me still, even though he's just Optimus. And the challenges he's going to face, the challenges of being weaker, is going to be very difficult and really help progress the characters around him, especially like RC. RC is the new Ultra Magnus, and so I'm interested in how she's going to start fulfilling her role as the second command for Optimus, because Ultra Magnus went with Ilea, and there's a few other Autobots who went with her, and so it's like a split group. One went Cybertron to help their home planet, the other one stay with Optimus. So, and I'm a little disappointed that Ultra Magnus left because he had a good moments even after being tortured by Shockwave. His moments on Earth really pushed him to the edge of the potential of being the next Prime, and it was so good. I was so excited because they could add more Primes, because throughout the story of Transformers and from movies, TV shows, they always show one Prime, but they always talk about the 13 Primes and stuff, and they could bring that back. They could be this direction of, yeah, we can have more Primes than just one. So Ilea could be the next Prime with Ultra Magnus and Hot Rod and Optimus Prime. Well, Hot Rod's Romulus Prime, but you guys know. So they could start building a story where there's multiple Primes, and each Prime with a unique leadership is leading Cybertron. I'd be surprised they make Megatron a Prime, and it would be really cool to see. But yeah, they really could do this if this is the direction they're going with. So I appreciate you guys watching it. I highly recommend reading the Transformers series all the way from issue 1 all the way to 30, because issue 31 is coming out in a couple of days, and I would definitely do either a breakdown or just a YouTube short on expressing my thoughts on how I like the issue 31. So that being said, have a great day. and take care. Good night.